Do you consider yourself a high achiever? Smart, driven, highly successful? I am so excited to have you. My name is Julia Arndt and I'm the host of the Stress Podcast. I will help you develop your stress resilience the same way you've developed your workplace superpowers. Learn peak performance tools to thrive at work and in your personal life. Let's get started. What a year it has been. I'm sure that all of you have something to remember from 2020. Wildfires in Australia, the death of Kobe Bryant in February, COVID-19 in March, and with that, of course, working from home, homeschooling your kids, cancelled travel plans, postponed weddings. All these different things have happened in the course of the last few months. And I'm sure that all of you feel like this year has definitely been more intense than ever before. But it doesn't mean that you should give up and you should just let the last 100 days of 2020 pass by without action, without taking care of yourself. Maybe 2020 is the year where we should all pay a little bit more attention, where we should start to really invest in our personal growth and development. In today's video, I want to help you create a plan to make the last 100 days of 2020 count and become a success. So make sure that you grab a pen and a paper and let's get started with today's video. Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia Arndt, and I'm a peak performance coach and stress management trainer. And in today's video, I want to help you make the last 100 days of 2020 really count. I hope that you have a pen and a paper because you will need to take some notes today, and I want you to get into action, which is really, really important if you want to make changes in your life, if you want to create new habits, and if you want to improve certain areas in your life and get started in the next 100 days. So the first step in order to make the last 100 days of 2020 count is, of course, watching this video and at the same time brainstorming about some areas where you feel like these are the areas that I'm not so happy with in my life right now. Because before you can make any changes in any areas of your life, you need to create awareness. You need to become a little bit more of an observer, and you need to reflect on the things that are not going as you want them to go. And it doesn't matter in which areas of your life that is. It could be your emotional well-being. It could be your physical well-being. It could be spending more time with your family. It could be improving certain things in your work life, like time management or setting boundaries. It could be to create a new habit or invest in your personal development. There's really no limitation to what you can do as long as you set your mind to it. So before we're diving deeper into how you can make the next 100 days count, you need to create awareness around where are you not so happy in your life right now. So in order to make the next 100 days of this year and the final days of this year count, you need to create awareness around what areas in my life are not going the way I want them to go. So take a few minutes, write at least 3 areas down that you don't feel so happy about, and then we continue. In the second step, I want you to identify one of these areas where you feel like you can really move the needle in the next 100 days. I want you to pick an area where you feel like you have control, where in the next 100 days you can really make a change. Because here's the thing. Very, very often we put way too many goals on our plate and then we are unsuccessful because we don't really know where to start and it's not really structured and we are a little bit all over the place, and then all of our good intentions are really, really quickly out of the window. And we want to avoid that. That is why just choose one area and be really honest with yourself about, can I really make a change in this area? Am I willing enough to change? Or are there maybe even external circumstances that I need to pay attention to in order to decide, can I make a change here? Or do I maybe need to keep going on this area for a little bit longer and I'm choosing this one area where I really feel like I can make myself better, okay? So that is step number 2. Step number 3 then is to make a plan, because of course, now that you have identified one area where you really want to move the needle in 2020, you need to create a plan. You need to brainstorm a little bit about, okay, for this one specific area that you have chosen, what can you do better? What would be different options on getting better? So let me give you an example. If you, for example, chose the area of physical well-being, I'm choosing this category because it's the easiest one, then think about different ways on what you can do or what you even want to test out, because you may not be really clear yet on what you enjoy doing and what you don't enjoy doing. So write down a list of 5 to 10 things for that specific area that you have chosen that you can do and that you can take action on. So for physical well-being, this could be, for example, to test out different types of activities. And because we are in COVID-19, maybe there is no way for you to go to the gym. So maybe one of the things that you could try out is online classes, different types of online classes, strength training, yoga, working with a personal trainer. There's different things that you can write down on your list. It could also be that you only just want to make sure that every single day of your life, you want to be a little bit more active. So maybe you want to go outside every day for 30 minutes, or you want to create a new habit, or you want to create a new activity. Maybe you always wanted to run more, or you wanted to bike more. So whatever it is, just brainstorm right now. Just write down all of these different things that make you feel inspired and that make you feel motivated to tackle that task. And what is really important with that, of course, as always, is that you're being really realistic with yourself, okay? And that brings me to the last point and to the last step in the process of how you can make the next 100 days and the final 100 days of 2020 count, which is getting into action. This is really important. If you don't get into action, you can have all these cool ideas up here in your head, but nothing will change in your life, because if you don't take action, nothing will change. And oftentimes we have these beautiful lists and we have these grand plans of how to make our life better, but then we never get to actually do them. And that is why when you're getting into action, you need to make sure that you're being realistic with yourself. You still have 100 days. That doesn't mean that in day 1, you need to put so many things in your day that you're setting yourself up for failure, okay? Just start small, be realistic with yourself. Maybe in the first week, starting this new experiment, you're just going to do something really, really small in order to set yourself up for success and have this feeling that you can do it, okay? So this could be, for example, maybe at the end of the year, you would like to have a new routine in place. Maybe you want to work out 3 or 4 times a week. That is your grand goal for the end of 2020. And in order to get there, you need to start small. So instead of trying to work out from now onwards 3 or 4 times per week, just try to do it for 10 or 15 minutes for one day for 1 week. And see how that goes, because you need to be gentle with yourself. And again, you need to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success and not for failure. So this is a really easy process, as you can tell. I hope that you took a lot of notes in this video. And let me just summarize how you can make the next 100 days of 2020 count. Brainstorm a few different areas that you don't really feel happy with. Identify one area where you really feel like you can move the needle. Then create an action plan with 5 to 10 items of things that you can do or try out or test out. And then, of course, number 4 is to get into action. Those are the 4 steps, super simple, and I know that you can do it. Believe in yourself and believe that 2020 can still turn around and can become the best year ever, because you have not given up and you decided to make the most of it. Comment down below today and let us know what your goal is for the next 100 days of 2020 and how you ensure that you're making 2020 a successful year. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you found it helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I'm always really happy to see interactions on my videos. Comment down below, let me know what you are doing in 2020 in the last 100 days in order to make this your success. And I hope to see you, of course, as always, in the next video.